Hey guys, I'm Adam from Top Dog, and this goofy, silly guy here is Zuke. He's trying to get a belly rub from me right now, but pretty soon we're going to put into work showing you guys some of the basic things that he's learned while he's been here. This video is going to serve as a little bit of like a quick reference guide for you. It's not going to replace our go-home lesson by any means. In our go-home lesson, we're going to spend a lot more time going over all the intricate little training things, when to reinforce things, when to correct things, all that kind of stuff. But this video is going to be some of your basic, around-the-house, everyday commands that we want you to know. First of all, it's really important to make sure that you know how to take Zuke for a proper walk. He's a big dog, and he likes to pull a lot and stuff, and he's only going to get bigger. And so we want to make sure that we can walk him in a nice, controlled way. So our command for that is let's go. When we tell him let's go, he should walk politely beside us instead of paying attention to the rest of the world. The other thing that's important to know with this is that when we're going for a walk, it's essentially like a game of follow the leader. So he should be following our lead. We need to look like a good leader. So there's 3 rules we want you to follow before you even take your first step. And those 3 rules are: 1, your eyes should be up, not too focused on him. 2, you should have nice, relaxed body language, good posture to make sure that you look like you know what you're doing. And 3, you should have the proper leash length. Not super tight like you're trying to chokehold him into position, and not so loose that he's going to be 5 feet away from you before you can give him any input to bring him back closer. So again, it's eyes up, body language relaxed, and proper leash length. Once those 3 things are ready, you're ready to get to work. Let's go. You take off for a walk, and Zuke should stay in this little bubble right here. Now, when you're turning, he should turn with you. Whoops. He thought we were going back on place. So again, when you turn, he should turn. When you stop, he should stop. When you start again, he should start again. Good boy. So again, this is what your walks around the neighborhood should look like. And you should take him for a walk every day. That's so important. He should not be leading you and dragging you around. He should be following your lead just like this. And again, you stop, he stops. Good job. You turn, he turns, all that good stuff. The second command we taught him is also a very important one because it helps with impulse control. And that's the place command. When we put Zuke on place, that's kind of like his go to bed and hang out there. But he should stay there until we release him. Let's go. Place. You put your dog on place by pointing to an object. It has to be some sort of object. A blanket, a towel, a dog bed, something like that. It can't just be a bare spot of floor until your dog place. Once he goes there, all 4 paws need to stay there until you tell him free. Then he's allowed to get up and leave that spot. Now, today should not be Zuke's best day of training. We want him to continue to learn and grow. So we're going to give you 3 things to focus on to help generalize and help him to continue improving his training long after he goes home. Place. So those 3 things are 3 things that we've already been working on a whole bunch. When Zuke first got here, he didn't know any of these 3 things. So those 3 things, we call them our 3 Ds of training. Distance, how far away you can get from the dog. When he first got here, we'd take a step away and he wanted to come right with us, right? So we worked on distance. Now we can go 30, 40 feet away from him. We build that distance up. You should continue trying to increase that distance as well. Our second D is duration. How long can he stay on there? The amount of time that he can stay. Again, same thing when he first got here. You put him on there for 2 seconds and boom, he wanted to squirm and hop right off. Now he's able to do 20, sometimes 25 minutes at a time hanging out on place without needing corrections. And then our third D is distractions. So for example, let's say you have a friend come over and they ring the doorbell. Most dogs lose their mind. They go rush in the door and stuff. We work on general distractions so that your dog will stay on place regardless of what's going on around him, and you should continue to build bigger and bigger distractions. Some ways you can do that are practice at home with some of his favorite toys. You could use them as a distraction. Throw them on the ground. Use some treats for distraction. And again, he should stay there until you release him. His release cue for all of his training is the same word, free. Once we tell him free, then he's allowed to play with that toy, be a silly guy, he can eat those treats. Did you see those treats we dropped? There you go, good boy. So free means now you can be a dog, you can be silly, you can have a good time, whatever you want to do once we tell you free. But until we tell you free, you should keep doing the last thing we told you to do. Good boy. So again, when you want him on place, you point, say place, good boy. And then he should stay there until after you tell him that F-R-E-E word. Next, we're going to use the come command. Now, the come command, the recall is so important to make sure that you're really consistent with him. We always use his name first, then the word come. So it's going to look a little bit something like this. Zuke, come! Good boy. So we use name first, then the word come, and notice how when he comes to us, he automatically sits, and he stays seated until we tell him free. That's so if we need to put a leash on him or something like that, he's not going to like come, get close, and then run away again or something. Let me demonstrate it one more time. I'm just going to let him get distracted by something like one of the leaves that blew in here today or something, and then call him, Zuke, come! So he comes, he sits, we can reward him with some affection or a treat or something, and then we tell him free, and then he's allowed to get back up again. But his butt should not leave the ground until we tell him free. The same is true of our basic sit command. When we tell Zuke to sit or down, he should stay in those positions until we release him. So, Zuke, sit. I like to do just a little hand motion like you saw me do just now. Nothing major, just a little bit of body language because that's how dogs best communicate with each other. Now, when he's in a sit or a down, we practice those same 3 Ds that we talked about on place: distance, duration, and distractions. So he should stay seated unless I tell him free. Good boy. Same is true with the down command. Now, puppies like Zuke, sometimes when they're really lanky, they have a hard time with down. He's kind of going through a lanky phase where he was getting it at first, and now he's having a little harder time with it, but he's still doing it pretty well with it. Sit. Good boy. Down. Good. And then same thing. He should stay there until we tell him free. Good job, buddy. So that's your sits and your down commands, and both of them I feel like it helps to give a little hand signal, a little upward signal for sit, a little downward signal for down. Dogs communicate so much better with a little bit of help from your body language. Okay, lastly, I want to show you guys our wait command. Now, wait is what we use so he doesn't like explode out of his kennel or blow through us when we're opening the door to bring groceries in the house or something. Basically means don't cross the threshold. Let's go. Now, since I don't have a threshold in here, I'm just going to make a fake one real quick. So this is going to be our pretend doorway right here. So we walk up to the door, we open the door, we tell him, wait. We go through first, and then we invite the dog to come through. Free. And again, the same release command for all of our training. Free means, okay, now you can do whatever you want again, buddy. Good boy. Let me show that one more time. You walk up to the door. Let's say you're letting him out to go potty. You tell him, wait. You should always cross first, and then free. Then he's allowed to go outside after you. Great command to use, like I said, when you're bringing in groceries or something, you don't want him to go off around the neighborhood. You tell him, wait at the door. You can bring in a handful of groceries or something like that, and you don't have to worry about the dog bolting out the front door. Good boy. Please. Good job. All right, guys, like I said, this is your quick little progress update. Thanks for watching. I'm Adam. That's Zuke.